Are you getting a vocational rehabilitation counselor soon, or do you already have one? I have some tips for you. First, remember to always self-advocate. You know your career goals the best. Do your research and show your commitment to your future. The next tip is to meet with your VR around 1 or 2 years before graduating high school. Bring all important information, being ready for your VR meeting. Ask questions. The next tip is to make sure you and your VR agree on how to communicate, because sometimes your VR doesn't know how to sign or other when you use sign language and end up needing an ASL interpreter. Make sure you have your accommodations in order, such as having a captioner, an interpreter, or more beforehand. If you're unsatisfied with your current VR counselor or your VR isn't the best fit, it's okay to change to a new VR. Make sure to keep all of the emails and documents from your VR. This is because when you get a new VR, one can give you different information. You can look back on old emails and documents for reference and proof. The next tip is always keep in touch with your VR counselor. Email your VR your grades, billing information, scholarships, schedule, and classes. Always do this, because if you don't communicate with your VR can stop giving you services. Always make sure to stay in touch with your VR. Did you know that your counselor can assist with more than just tuition? They can assist with class supplies and even finding jobs. Make sure to ask what resources are available to you. There are many resources available. Navigating VR services can sometimes feel overwhelming, but remember, you aren't alone in this. NDC has a website here. It is a student portal with many tips and resources relating to VR services. You can look at it to help you with your next appointment with your VR. Remember that self-advocacy is the key to your future.